guys, welcome back to CP Gaming and episode 3 of my AEW Dynamite. AEW changed the world. Sorry, I got a little bit carried away there, didn't I? Episode 3 is our second Dynamite. Our first Dynamite had a 70 rating. We had a good end to the show. Cody has a dream. We are back at Daly's place. Hopefully we can do just as well this time. There's going to be kinks in the road with these tournaments. Obviously we can't have major stars in every single segment, unfortunately. But we build forward and we move forward and we get to know people as we go along and we build from there. So, without further ado, second episode, TNT on Dynamite. Or is it Dynamite and TNT? That's the one. We'll get there, CP. So, we kick off the show. In a pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling and non-existent crowdy, Alex Reynolds and John Silver defeated Jurassic Express in 10 minutes when Alex Reynolds submitted Marco Stunt with a Reynolds wrap. 46 for wrestling, 15 crowd and 50 segment rating. Got the crowd expectant and simmering. John Silver 48, Alex Reynolds 50, Marco Stunt 48, Jack Perry 39. Moving to our second pre-show. As you guys already know, we like to do 3 pre-shows on CP Gaming. In a pre-show about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd, Britt Baker defeated Penelope Ford in 7 minutes by pinfall with a curb stomp. 37 wrestling, crowd not interested at all at 11, and 48 segment rating. 39 for Penelope Ford and 36 for Britt Baker. And we move into our main event of the pre-show, where in about that decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Nick Aldis defeated Rocky Romero 30 minutes by submission. Wrestling rating of 47, crowd rating of 35, segment rating of 54. 2,335 people in Daly's place. Rocky Romero over 40. Nick Aldis had an in-ring performance of 54. So we kick off Dynamite with, as we come on air, we see MJF arrive in the arena. As he's walking, he's attacked from behind by Marty Scurll, who continues to beat him down and then says, "How does it feel, Maxwell? How does it feel? I warned you not to mess with me, and now you have gone in and reignited something inside me that you will not like." Marty hits MJF one more time with his umbrella, busting him open. 61 segment rating. So Marty Scurll has come out swinging tonight. Literally swinging at MJF. Busts him open with his umbrella. Marty Scurll benefited from having a groundswell of public support. And we have sorted out Marty Scurll's contract. He was on that one appearance contract. He did leave, now he's back. He's back. We then move into a quarter-final match where, in a terrible match, Jordynne Grace defeated Mandy Leon in 8 minutes by pinfall with a fall from Grace. Jordynne Grace has a 51, Mandy Leon 31. It did lose heat, did the women's title tournament due to this. Wrestling rating of 41, crowd rating of 22, and 36 segment rating. The crowd were turned off by having a match outside of the pre-show between workers they don't have any investment in. Now, I did put these guys into the brackets together and totally missed that they were both unimportant. However, Jordynne Grace advances through to the semi-finals. Mandy Leon, I don't think that's going to be the end of her. We then have a segment in the ring where Tommy Dreamer is praising AEW, and from what he has seen already in the early days of the company, this company will go far. He starts to say how much of a career he's had and is thankful for the AEW owners to give him one final run. As he's about to finish up, some music plays that no one recognises. 56 segment rating to Tommy Dreamer in an AEW ring. Thank you, the owners. But whose music is it? Jumping the guardrail, we see Jake Hager. He enters the ring and completely destroys Tommy Dreamer. With Dreamer laid out, he goes to the outside and gets a table. He sets it up in the ring and power bombs Dreamer through the table. We hear Jake Hager say, "You are done, old man. There is no place for you on any TV screen anymore. Call yourself extreme. You are nothing but an old, washed up man." Jake Hager makes his debut in All Elite Wrestling. He is All Elite. 53 segment rating. He's debuted his badass gimmick and it's got an initial rating of poor. Jake Hager destroys Tommy Dreamer. We then move into a match which had a decent match where Adam Page defeated Matt Cross in 13 minutes by pinfall with a buckshot lariat. Adam Page is on a bit of a roll at the minute. Wrestling rating of 55, crowd rating of 36, 7 rating of 57. Adam Page had a 53, and Matt Cross, who has done pretty decent over the 2 shows we've done, gets a 53. So I thought he deserved a chance. And again, he's given enough to keep him around. 57 segment rating. The match got the crowd hotter, which is what we like to see. Justin Roberts then catches up with Jake Hager in the back. He says, "Jake, can you tell us why you attacked Tommy out there tonight?" Jake says, "First of all, Justin, I don't like being stopped. Next time, schedule this. As for tonight, you all saw what I did out there, and that is just the beginning. I am sick of these so-called legends taking up spots on rosters and guys like me being put to the side. If you think tonight was bad, wait for what I have in store moving forward." So completely different Jake Hager here, and he looks like he means business. 46 segment rating. I think we need to find a new backstage announcer. You guys got any idea who we could use? Drop your comments in there. And on this mod, being this early, Tony Khan has literally no pop. He has nothing, literally nothing. I don't want to edit it in there, so I'm looking potentially at bringing in a GM. What do you guys think? Do we too early for a GM? We need someone to be able to have that authority figure. We then move into a promo where we see MJF in the back, still bleeding with a towel on his head. He says, "Marty, you scumbag. You filthy, yellow belly scumbag. You say I've woken up something inside you? Well, you have damn well got my attention now. You bastard bust me open. I've just come off the phone and we've been granted a match tonight. It's a street match, so there's no running away, and I promise you, I will bust you open just like you did to me." So MJF seems pissed, and again throwing the insults at Marty Scurll. He's come off the phone and he has a street fight tonight with Marty Scurll. 64 segment rating, and he improvised well throughout the segment, which we all know he can do. We then move into a match where, in about that decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Bandido defeated Luchasaurus in 11 minutes by pinfall after a distraction from Sammy Guevara. Wrestling rating of 60, crowd rating of 28, segment rating a decent 61. Luchasaurus had an in-ring performance of 52 and Bandido a performance of 68. And they are both getting better at their gimmick. This match got the crowd hotter. We did protect Luchasaurus. He has lost tonight, but obviously he's a bit of a man beast, so we don't want to be absolutely getting him destroyed every time. So we did have Sammy Guevara distract him and Bandido pick up the win. Is there a little alliance there with Bandido and Guevara? We then head backstage where we have SCU. And Christopher Daniels says, tonight in the main event, I take on Brian Cage in the quarterfinals of the World Heavyweight Title Tournament. I bet you're all thinking I have no chance at all. A little pun there. Keep throwing in them little puns, little digs at WWE. You got no chance. No chance in hell. I bet you're all thinking I have no chance at all in beating the Machine. Well, even machines have weaknesses. So tonight, when I move forward and get one step closer to that title, you will all see SCU are here for the long haul. Guys, you're up next against them hillbillies, the Briscoes. So go do what you do best. 58 segment rating. Christopher Daniels was a real star. And Scorpio Sky performed poorly in this segment. And the angle idea was a success. So I added that little bit extra to it, which is always good to see. So we move into the tag team match where, in a decent wild brawl, the Briscoes defeated SCU in 15 minutes when Jay Briscoe pinned Scorpio Sky with a double underhook pile driver. Mark Briscoe was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. 57 rating, 40 crowd rating, and a 63 segment rating. Decent enough rating there for this match. Frankie Kazarian had 57, Scorpio Sky had 60, Mark Briscoe 48, and Jay Briscoe, the star of the show, with a 63. Scorpio Sky used subtle mannerisms to hint at a future heel turn. He is face on this. I'm building up for him to finally turn heel. He's the quiet one in the group compared to Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. So the Briscoes move through to the semi-finals. After the match, Christopher Daniels appears on the ramp. He looks at Frankie and Scorpio. He shakes his head before walking backstage. Is there tension there in the SCU? Who's he shaking his head at? Both of them? Frankie? Scorpio? I'm sure we will find out in future. 68 segment rating. Frankie Kazarian worked the crowd well, and this time Scorpio Sky clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and perform well. We then have that street fight, and in a decent match, MJF drew with Marty Scurll in a street fight. In 13 minutes, when the match descended into chaos, absolute chaos, it hit the time limit. It just descended into chaos. There was no winner. No one gave up. No one was pinned. Second time these guys have not come to a conclusion. MJF had an in-ring performance of 45 and Marty Scurll had an in-ring performance of 69. 57 wrestling, 37 crowd, 64 segment rating, and it got the crowd very hot. But after the match, after the time limit draw, after the chaos, the two continued to the brawl to the backstage area. These two guys clearly do not like each other one bit. 67 segment rating. We then move into the main event of the night, where we have, in a decent match, Christopher Daniels defeated Brian Cage in 17 minutes by pinfall with an Angel's Wings. 61 wrestling, 53 crowd rating, and a 70 segment rating. Brian Cage, 61, outdoing Christopher Daniels, which is a surprise, of 60. Brian Cage is getting better at his gimmick. So not a good night for SCU in the tag team division, but Christopher Daniel is still going to be representing them in the world title tournament as he moves forward to the semi-finals. Decent 70 rating for the main event there. I'm glad that got a decent one. Hopefully we do as well as last week with our 70 rating. Let's have a quick look as we finish the show. It's only a 65, which is quite disappointing. But to be fair, if you look at it, it's very mid matches, a mid rating. Sorry, some of these guys obviously are not fully over. They're not popular enough as of yet. I say MJF is still growing. Adam Page, your Jordan Graces, they're still growing. So as we move forward, these ratings will get better the more we use them. Still a 65 for our second show. We are 2 weeks in onto Dynamite. Daily's Place has a few more people than last time. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. You need to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, I've been CP Gaming.